Hi, friends. Hope everyone's doing well. Today, I wanted to talk about lifetime employment and some thoughts I have on it, sometimes conflicting. Um, but just as a reminder, lifetime employment is one of those cultures where someone will join a company at a young age after graduating high school or college, and then they'll stick with that company for their whole life until they retire. And this kind of culture has existed in Japan for a very long time. And although it's changing, you definitely see remnants of it here still at companies like mine. And for me, it was a hard concept to swallow and understand at first for me because I'm a huge proponent of changing companies a few times throughout your life. Um, because I think it's really important that people kind of see what's out there and understand different types of work styles and work environments and see what works best for them. And then choose the best one they want to stick with for a long time at the very end. Um, but at the same time, you have a situation where if you're the owner of a company or if you're the boss and manager, you don't want your employees to leave because you kind of need them. And so, and when you're in a lifetime employment culture, uh, you have employees who are having worked there and only there their whole life. So for me, these two, although I want to recommend people to change companies, I'm also at a company where people kind of stick stay there their whole life. And I think especially the younger people who are joining the company, that concept is too old for them, so they're leaving really frequently. And I think I'm trying to figure out how to kind of manage that because part of me also definitely wants those young people to leave and experience other companies. And that's where my kind of conflict comes into play. And I don't know, it's firstly, I guess my goal then should be to create a company that has more modern values, that will want people, that will make people, even young people, want to stay longer, even if it's not lifetime. But at the same time, I think it's really difficult to change a culture uh, when everyone has worked with that culture their whole life, 30, 40 years. You need to start changing many of the policies and standards to adjust. But to do that, you need the approval of everyone, especially if you have a labor union. And I think that hurdle is pretty high, um, because I think the general average age of the company is very old. And when you have majority of the people in your company uh, at an older age, they are hard stuck in the culture and hard stuck in the policy of, let's say, remuneration, how much you're being paid based off how long you've been there. If, let's say, we tried to change the policy to make it more merit based, where it's based on what you've accomplished rather than how long you've been there, people wouldn't know how to work in that style. And I think it would really damage many employees' payroll, how much they're getting paid monthly. Of course, people don't want to have their pay get lowered, so then they'll fight back against that policy. But then you have the younger employees joining who don't understand and don't like that concept, having to work at a company for 20, 30 years before they get more money. And so you have this, and so you have many of them leaving. And then you're kind of stuck with a aging population at your company uh, that's unable to have young employees join. And so it just kind of creates this almost stalemate um, until the general population of the company will give in to changing the rules, changing what needs to be changed to make sure the company survives. But at that point, it could be too late. So it's very confusing what needs to be done. And I think this is the same issue that many other older Japanese companies are experiencing right now. Um, and yeah, also I'm conflicted too because uh, I definitely I want to change the policy, and I'm able to say that too. I think because firstly, I'm in a unique position of getting to own the company in the future, but also because I'm young, so I'm still not in the mindset of having worked at the company for 20, 30 years. Um, and I wanted to make these changes so that we could attract and retain more younger employees. But at the same time, I don't want the younger employees to leave either, even though I believe that they should leave and experience other companies. And yeah, I guess all of these things are running in my mind that are making it confusing. Um, but I think in the end, what a path I would like to go down, I think for now, is where I'm able to, in a perfect world, make a company where I can update the policy that kind of respects the culture of lifetime employment. I think that I think there's some hidden value there that I'm still haven't been able to find, but or make concrete. I think there is value there that I just unable to explain yet properly. But I want to find a way to respect the lifetime employment while updating the policy that kind of also accommodates the newer generation values and merit-based work style, emphasizes it more because it's not zero. And then also kind of make the company able to, I don't know, give the younger employees more unique and diverse experiences that they may usually only appreciate by switching companies, even if they're stuck in one company. Um, but yeah, that's a lot to think about, and I think it'll be very hard to design. But I think those are some of the basic concepts that I want to kind of find a way to implement into the future, if that makes sense. Um, anyways, yeah, those are my conflicting thoughts of the day. Hope it made sense. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you guys up again another time. Ciao.